Every night, I plan the perfect morning. I'll wake up early, move slowly, and finally feel that my life is under control. Then, morning comes. From outside, this village looks peaceful. Inside my head, the entire day has already started without me. The cat waits at the window, looking as if she has been ready for hours. I used to begin every morning by thinking about everything I had to finish. Somehow, I felt tired before I'd even started. So, now I have one rule. Do not solve the whole day before breakfast. Make the eggs. Cut the tomatoes. Finish one small thing. The problems will still be there. But after tea, they usually look a little smaller. After breakfast, I drove out to look for one basket, just one. This is usually how unnecessary shopping begins. Stores like this are dangerous in a quiet way. No one rushes you. Nothing looks urgent. And 5 minutes later, you are holding a second basket and wondering where it could live. I used to buy storage because I thought it would make the house feel more organized. But storage does not create order. Sometimes it only gives clutter a prettier address. Now, before buying a basket, I ask 3 questions. Where exactly will it stand? What will go inside? And can I clean it? If I do not have a clear answer, it stays in the shop. I also check the bottom, the handles, and any rough ends. Something can look perfect on a shelf and still scratch a table or catch on fabric. Then came tea strainers, clocks, tiny cars, bamboo poles, the kind of shop where a 10-minute visit quietly becomes an hour. By the time I reached the outdoor section, I'd almost forgotten why I came. On the way home, I thought the complicated part of the day was over. I was wrong. Back home, the cats were exactly where I had left them, doing almost nothing and somehow making it look important. I envy that. We often treat rest as something we have to earn. Cats never wait for permission. They find a quiet place, stretch, and simply stop. But that day, Lira seemed quieter than usual. Quieter. The hardest part of taking a cat to the vet is not the appointment. It is deciding whether you are worrying too much. Lira was not doing anything dramatic. She was simply quieter than usual. But when you live with an animal every day, you notice small changes that would mean nothing to anyone else. So, I put her in the carrier and tried to act calm. She did not believe me for a second. While we waited, I went over everything in my head. When she last ate, whether she had been drinking, whether anything had changed in the litter box, and when her behavior first seemed different. I have learned to write these things down. The moment the vet asks, my mind suddenly becomes empty. At the clinic, Lira looked much braver than I felt. The vet checked her carefully while I watched every movement and tried not to invent a terrible explanation for each one. That is the difficult part of caring for an animal. They cannot tell you what hurts. You only have their habits, their eyes, and the feeling that something is not quite right. Maybe the visit would turn out to be unnecessary. Honestly, I hoped it would. I would rather feel a little foolish for coming than wish I had come earlier. By the time we came back, the village was already turning gold. I had started the morning thinking about breakfast and one basket. Somehow it had become a vet day. That is the strange thing about ordinary days. They can change completely because of one small worry, one phone call, or one animal behaving differently. I used to try to rescue days like this. I would hurry home and attempt to finish everything that had been left undone. It never made me feel better. It only turned one difficult day into a very long one. So now, when the day changes, I change the plan with it. I do only what cannot wait. The rest is allowed to stay unfinished. Not every day needs a perfect ending. Sometimes, getting everyone home is enough.